Well, you can see him. He's up there watching me. See him? He's the one that always gets in trouble. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Which direction are we going to go in, huh? Where are we going? Let's see. Oh, look, we're stopped halfway. Stopped halfway. They're going to find some right in there. They're going on up to the hill. I put some right down there in the bottom and they just ran right over it. This is so cool. So cute. I put it all the way up there too. They found it all. I also gave them an egg. That egg that I had, well, I'll show you later in the video. I made that video this morning and I'll clip it in. But I had an egg that got broken. Well, it got cracked in the nest, and they found it. Look at them, boy, they are getting it. They love finding eggs. See how they do? They're just going for it. Cleaning it up. Yuck. Well, nasty looking to me, but one man's trash is another man's treasure, so they say. There's nothing left. Well, there might be a little piece of the shell left. I'm sure they'll probably get that here in a second, too. Oh, I think I did this upside down. Dadgummit. Maybe I can turn it the other way. They found it all the way down to the bottom. All the way up to here. I think I'm just about ready to rake this down here. Boy, somebody's having a little bit of a issue with each other down there. Those two Easter eggers. Those Easter eggers sometimes, boy, they're a little bit aggressive with each other and others. I made a few clips of things that I did yesterday that I'm going to add with this. I got my lights put up. Well, I got 4 lights put up and I bought 6. And you walk underneath them and they just pop on and they just pop back off. It's so cool. I just love it. And they are bright too. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to have 6. I think I'll just keep the other 2 back for later just in case something happens to one of these. You never know. It's really funny whenever I threw out all of the scratch form this morning, I accidentally got some in that raised bed right there, and she's already found it. I don't know how they know it's there, but they just know it's there, and she's up there getting it. There's old Hazel. There's my Hazel. Hi, Hazel. How are you today, baby girl? Oh, look how sweet she is. She's just so loving. You don't know that she is. I do, but she's just so loving. I never did like Muscovies. I thought they were ugly with that conkle or whatever that is on their face. But she is just so precious. She's one of the most precious animals I think I've ever owned. Hey, baby girl. Found them all, I guess, huh? I've had some garlic that I used, and most of my garlic in that one clove went south. It was really mushy. But in the bottom of it was like one that's growing, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. So I took some of the dirt out of this thing and put it in a container, and I'm going to put that garlic in there and see if it'll just continue to grow. It's growing out of nothing right now. I don't know how it's growing. Look how deep that stuff is right there. It's about a 6-inch tuft. So I think if I get out here with a rake and rake up some of that stuff that they've unlodged and burn it, then they can go ahead and work down to the rest of it. So I figure that probably has a lot of weed seeds in it and a lot of bugs that I don't want. And I know for a fact it's got a lot of Bermuda grass in it too. I don't like Bermuda grass in my garden. Oh, it's just a pain to try to take care of. This poor little girl, she don't look like she feels very good today. She looks like she's like me. I was sluggish this morning and I just didn't feel good at all. Kind of felt a little bit queasy for a minute, and I was like, oh, I had a meeting this morning in town, and I said, nah, I can't do that. Not today. I just don't feel it. And I was really looking forward to it too. I thought it was going to be a fun thing because I hadn't been there since November. I missed the 1st of December, and then they didn't have one right at Christmas, so then they didn't have one the first week of January, so it's been quite a while since I've seen my friends. I like my friends. They're all Christians too. That's one thing I absolutely love about them. They're Christians, and we pray before our meal when we eat it, and we're good to each other, and we try to help one another with our businesses. It's a networking group, business networking group. Sure, it's fun to be around like-minded people. You're around naysayers and haters. That just doesn't make it that good day at all. I love it. It just gives you a whole different outlook on your day and on your inside persona. If you're overcome with hate and darkness, it's not pleasant. Even if you're not the one doing it, it's still not pleasant. Oh, they're over there dust bathing already. See if I can sneak up on them. They're so cute when they do it. I just love watching them. Let's see if I can get a... That's Megan on the left. Look, she's cleaning up some dirt, isn't she? Oh, they love doing that so much. Early morning dust bath. Ruffling up those feathers and getting that dust in there. I really don't know what it does for them, but it sure does a lot. Look at her. She's like a little mini excavator. I come out here and I see them doing this, and I say, girls, what are you doing digging to China? You're not supposed to be digging to China. You're supposed to be in Oklahoma. What are you doing digging in China? And they just dig, and we just laugh, play. It's so fun to have chickens. They don't understand a thing you're saying, but boy, I tell you what, well, I don't know. I think they might. Look at this one over here. She's getting her some sun. She is enjoying that heat on her body. Look at that. What she's got her feathers out like that so that she can get even more heat. That retains heat for her. Well, look at her. She's like, oh, I know who she is. She's looking so much better with her comb, though. She was the one that had a big old crop. And I was worried about her. She still does, but it's not like it was. I had her in a cage for a little while. but her comb was actually almost black, and it wasn't from the extreme cold. It was from her circulation not being good. Oh, it's so good to see her better. Oh, she's so beautiful. Look at her. She's a Orpington. She's a black Orpington. She's a black Orpington mix. She doesn't have the claws on her feet, but she sure is pretty. Claw feathers, I mean. I guess when people go to the store to buy eggs, I guess they don't really buy that large egg or something, because it seems like just about all the egg cartons that I get to reuse are all large. And as you can tell, this won't even close. I mean, look, it won't even close on those. It goes right to there and it stops. So this one right here is an extra large, and that's the biggest. That's the biggest one I've got. So let's see what this does. That's a big one. I tell you, and these big ones, I have to do them every other. I can't put the big ones in side by side. They won't go down in there. They'll crack on each other. And then I try to put smaller ones where the big ones are, so that they won't. So they won't crack them. Beside the big ones, I guess I'm trying to say. Let's put that one right here. Oh, it's tall, but it's small. And this. So let's see what the extra large does when I try to show it. Let's see. Oh boy, it's kind of like, you know, when you get your pants out of the dryer, and you know you haven't lost any weight or gained any weight, but you can't get your zipper up. That's the way this is. It's like, okay, can't get it to close, so let's just push it a little bit tighter and see if it'll crack. Well, if it'll pop and shut. Well, here's today's eggs, and as you can tell, they are beautiful. And it looks like I put 6 in each row, so that's 4 rows, so that's 24, so that's 2 dozen eggs, and then I had 2 spares. And then I have one up here that evidently must have hit the, let's see if I can get better light on it, hit the bottom of the nest box a little bit too hard and cracked it. See, I have some of these quite regularly, so those I have to toss. I normally just pitch them back to the chickens and let them have the protein and the calcium in the shell, because they sure do, like, they attack it when I throw it out there for them. I wanted to show you, I had the most wonderful boss when I was working, and I know a lot of people can't say that, and I couldn't for a long time, but right at the very end of my tenure there, I had 2 of the best bosses I could have ever asked for in my whole life. So I really went out with a good flavor in my mouth. Well, one of my bosses knew that I had my little farm going, and she made this for me, and it is amazing. It'll keep something cold forever. And it says, Bennett Family Farms. Fresh eggs, meat, and seasonal produce. Grown with love. You know, and it's just beautiful. It's got its own little lid, and yeah, it holds a lot. I've used it and used it and used it. And she also gave me this cool little rabbit cup. Is that just not the cutest? That's my morning coffee cup. I told her I could only have 1 cup in the morning, and it had to be a big one. And She got me. Oh my goodness. I just love her. She is such a wonderful woman. I bought some oregano out of the grocery store that you're supposed to use, like pizzas and things like that, or in cooking. And I wanted to see if I could propagate this stuff. So I looked it up on the internet, and it says that you can take these and either put growing hormone on them and put them in dirt, which I have some growing hormone, or you can put them in water and they'll and put them in a warm window, and they'll start growing roots. So I'm going to try that and see what happens. I'll kind of bring you along on it and see if I think I'll do one of each and see which one goes fastest. I'm really excited. I got my seeds in already, and this is all my root crops. I got beets. Those are the best kind. They don't taste like dirt so much. And then the carrots, I got red, and then I got orange, so those should be good. And those are good all winter long. You don't have to worry about them. They'll just stay in the ground and they're just fine. And then these onions are bunching onions, and they're really tall too, I think is just what they say. Let's see. These are Japanese. Reaches enormous proportion, yet remains tender and scallion-like. Never forms a bulb. So they're like green onions year-round. So those are going to be pretty cool. And then my herbs, I only got 2 different kinds of herbs. I got slow bolt cilantro, so that'll be good for a long time, and I'm really excited about that because I love cilantro. But they sure bolt quick, and when they do, they just don't make anything else. And then the oregano, I think this is kind of cool. It says that it's a historic Middle Eastern favorite, great flavor, blending the hints of oregano, thyme, and marjoram. So I think that's going to be pretty good. And then this is my leafy, lettucey kind of stuff. And so this is going to be long spinach. And though I love this kind of salad, you can get those in little containers in the grocery store, and they are so good. And then these are going to be good too. I've never had these kind, but they kind of look like what I've already got. But I don't know. We'll see what they look like. So then I got tomatoes. I got several kinds of tomatoes, and the crazy thing is they give you free seeds for every so much that you order. And what do they give you? They give you cherry tomatoes. I hate cherry tomatoes. I wish they gave me something I like. And then I got 2 different kinds of beefsteak. These are classic beefsteak. And then these are, where's the other one? Tomato. This one. These are improved beefsteak. I don't know if those will be very good anymore. But this is kind of cool. Now these are yellow tomatoes, and they're purple on top. And if you turn them over, they say, well, it says, gorgeous globes have the luster and stunning color of a stained glass masterpiece, bursting with sweet, fruity, and complex flavor. Just the right acidity. Tropical sweet with high antioxidant content. Now, it also said in the book that it tasted like pineapple. So, I guess we'll wait and see what that kind of deal is. Maybe that's the kind that you put on pizza. I'm not really sure. And then I got these Amish paste tomatoes, which I think they're bigger than Roma's. So that'll be good. Let's see what this says. Giant blocky plum-shaped tomatoes. Has delicious red flesh, perfect for pasting and canning. So that'll be really good. And then this other thing that they give me that's free seed is something I'll never ever use. I don't eat any kind of a hot pepper, and of course that's just as blasting hot as you can get, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not eating it. I love poblanos because I like chili rellenos, and I love making chili rellenos. Well, I like eating them better than I like making them. And I got my loofahs. I'm so excited about loofahs. That's going to be so cool. And I got 3 different kinds of squash. Now these are the round squash. The green round squash. And I think my sister said that she just puts them in the oven. I don't remember, she said that she puts them in whole or what, and then my nephew just absolutely loves those. And then these are the custard squash that I'm really excited about. I think that'll be kind of fun. And then I really like these kind of squash too. These are kind of like, well, these are zucchinis. They're just a light green. And then the cowpea, or these peas, I like these because the peas are the sugar peas, so they have the pods inside, peas inside the pod. But the tendrils you can use for your salads, so that's kind of cool. And then I love purple hull peas. You can eat those. Let's see if I can get a better picture of this. You can eat those fresh out of the garden, or you can eat them. Why is that not looking good? I don't know. It's not. That picture looks kind of bushy to me. You can eat those green, or you can wait until they turn into a pea, and then you can shell them like peas. And these are. I think these are good too. You can eat those either way. I think these are called crowder peas, but it doesn't say that. And then I love these in a salad. It says Green Beauty, and you just eat the pod. This one says it's overpacked because it's got low germ. I hope it makes. And then I got broccoli, and I've never even tried to grow broccoli before, but we'll see how that works. It tells you, I think, to plant it 2 to 4 weeks ahead of the last frost date, so that'll be sometime in April, sometime late March probably, something like that. I've never planted anything that early. We'll see. My neighbor called me this morning and told me that, oh, there's a deer. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it'll come out. Told me that it was a fox out here, and to let me know so that I could come out and make sure my chickens are okay. And looking for that deer. I've seen it a couple of times. One time it came up to the house just right there at my barbecue grill, like it was going to just eat dinner, you know. I was thinking it was a fox, but I thought it was too big to be a fox. I mean, it was a big, I thought foxes were small, but it was as big as a dog. Had those ears that was protruding up. And I don't know, maybe it smelled the deer that's down back. I don't know if foxes eat deer. I think deer might be too big for them. But he called me this morning to let me know to keep an eye on my chickens, and I hadn't even let them out yet. So it's kind of nice to have people looking out for you and for your animals that live around close. Because, you know, there's a lot of things out there. I don't know if you can see all that back in there. There's a river that winds around. It's about 3/4 of a mile in front of my house, and then it winds around back in through there and goes on further. And so we live in that area, and we call it the bottom. So I live in bottomland, and it gets really, really wet down here, and it makes it hard whenever the spring monsoons come. Here's the one that's always in trouble. He doesn't have a name. I call him all kinds of things, but I don't ever call him the same thing twice. It's just like, get down from there, leave her alone, stop that. That's his names. I know, you're just kind of a pain, but you're funny. You're a funny pain, aren't you? Here's my rooster, my newest baby rooster growing up. Trying to get him a drink. That's his mama. He comes over here with his mama. This other rooster, he's going to be just like, I think he's probably got, I don't know. I don't think this is his daddy. It could be. I don't think so. But I think he's not going to look too much different than this one. I think Mo is the daddy. And I think he's got some different kind of a mama. I'm not really sure what yet. I think it might be one of those Oreganos because of the way that his head is shaped and the way that his feathers, his ear feathers stick out. He's found something for her and he's showing it to her. He wants her to eat it. That must be one of his girls. That's what roosters do. They feed their girls before they eat. When they find good morsels, girls around, he'll go, and they'll come over, running over there, and he'll point it, he'll pick it up with his mouth and put it back down, and then she'll go over there and eat it, which I think is really cool. Well, I didn't get any of my fencing done yesterday, but it's going to be another 65-degree day today, and I don't know, I think the weekend it's supposed to get a little bit colder. So I'm going to try my best to get this thing down to that big tree right there. It's not really a tree, it's kind of a bush. And it is a bush. I thought that they were always green, and we had some really, really cold, bad weather right before Christmas. And it killed a lot of stuff. And I hope it didn't kill that, because the bees absolutely love that tree, and it's so fragrant in the spring. Oh, it just smells so good. I just come down here and I think I'd love to bottle that. And the bees just love it. And when my next door neighbor gives me honey, oh, it tastes like a flower. Oh, it tastes so good. Well, good morning, missus. What are you doing? Are you waiting your turn? Uh-oh. Okay, so let's see what's going on over there. She's barking. What are you barking at? What are you barking at, beautiful? What are you barking at? Let's go see what's happening. If Megan's on the nest, she'll start getting mad. No, this one is protecting that nest. She's not doing anything. She doesn't want her in it. Come on, let's go. There you go, baby girl. She was just standing there protecting that nest, not wanting her to have a place to lay. And that's a place she wanted. This is another one of the sapphire gems. Splashes, sapphire splashes. And I've already got 3 eggs in there. That's a good thing, because I only got 27 eggs yesterday, and one of those were broken. Good morning, bunnies. Oh, you're in your bowl, and your bowl is empty. What are you doing? At least you got some good hay and straw there to eat, don't ya? Yeah. These 3 girls are still doing good. I tell you what, she just keeps doing better and better, doesn't she? She's actually sorting through hay and looking for stuff. Yeah, she's doing wonderful. Yes, she is. She's the one that I've been nursing. That's Jill right there on the right. She's doing wonderful. Hi, little widows. I was in here yesterday, of course, without, it looks like it's about nap time. Of course, without my phone. And they were just popping up like popcorn. They were so cute. I'm telling you what, they just thrill me to death when they're little. They just thrill me to death. They got one place in there that they go to do their little droppings. And I'll go in there occasionally. It scares them to death, so I try not to go very often. And they always do it in the corner in the back. It makes it hardest for me to get to it. But rabbits are real clean animals. Real clean. And this one up here, see, I've got these. I just bought these not too long ago. And I didn't want, they don't have anything between them as far as keeping droppings and pee off of each other. So I put this piece of wood down right here at an angle. So it's raised at the top, and then it's down at the bottom. Hopefully, I was thinking hopefully that it would make all of the droppings just go down like that, and then just go down onto the straw. And I did it on this one too. And then I put my dog food sacks. Those are wonderful for using out here. the plastic ones, the heavy plastic ones. As you can tell, this is really hard plastic. And so I use those kind of like a shingle. You know, you put one up there, it's not quite long enough, so you put this one underneath the top one. And then the stuff that her excrement and urine goes down. But I've given her hay and straw, and she has put that underneath her to keep her warm. So that works out for her really well, and it absorbs all of the rich things that I can use for compost later. You can use what they have immediately. It doesn't burn anything up. And I'll show you this. This is so cute. I'll grab a little handful of this, and Mama will see this, and I'll bring it over there to her, and she'll almost attack it. I don't know if she will today, but they already see it. Kind of hard to get this open with a handful. Come on, Mama. Come on, phone. Let's do this instead of that. Let's do it this way. There. She didn't attack it this time. They start munching it immediately, though. They love hay. And this one over here, if it took, she should be pregnant and kindling sometime in late January. Like, I put her with the buck on December the 27th. It was right after Christmas. And so she should be kindling if it took. I put her with another buck last time and it didn't take it off. This time I took it with I put her with Poppy. He's the daddy of just about everybody. She don't want to eat hers yet. She's a little finicky. She don't like being watched. And if you hear in the background, Jesus, he's telling me, you know, they don't make quack noises because they're half duck and half goose. He's telling me, if you can hear him, he's telling me he's hungry and he needs to be fed. And he'll make noises. So if I go in here and get him some food. You ready to eat, mister? He also likes that little baby. He knows that's her baby. See if I can get him some food without them getting out. My lights came on. Little bit of this and a little bit of that. Look at him. He's wagging his tail. He knows it's time to eat. He knows it's time to eat, don't you, mister? Don't you, Mr. Jesus? And when everybody else sees that I'm getting ready to feed him, they'll come over here wanting theirs, and that ain't gonna happen. You're welcome. You're welcome. There's you some food. There's you some food, mister. You're welcome. This is really hard to do one-handed. A little bit rusty. How are you doing, Hawk? Okay, get rid of that. He's offering it to Hazel, because Hazel is his wife, and that's what they do. They take care of their females first, but she can't have any. So they're talking to each other. He says, "Come on, Hazel. You want to go in there, Hazel?" She'll probably be scared whenever I get up there close to her. You want to go in and see Jesus? You want to go see Jesus? Well, come here, Hazel. Come here, Hazel. You want to go see Jesus? You want to go see Jesus? Come on. This way. Come on, this way. You want to go see Jesus? No? Are you scared? Is that what it is? You scared? No? You want to go see Jesus? She doesn't like being cornered at all. So she's not going to go in there. That'll be fine. At least he didn't get out. That would have been a mess. I have to literally wait till he sits down at night and gets so tired he can't do anything. Hear her? I need to make them a pen somewhere so they can have more babies and he can have more women and he'll leave my chickens alone. She wants his food, but she can't get to it. Look at him offering it to her. And Hawk thinks she has to eat at my... She's so funny. She has to clean my pants. You have to clean my pants, Hawk? I love Hawk. I've had her for a long, long time. And this little boy right here, he'll tell you when he's hungry too. He'll make noises. He'll thump and jump and hit that bowl and let me know I'm hungry, Mama. You need to feed me. You haven't fed me yet for a while. And here he is. These guys don't have any name. Here he is. He's still sitting in his bowl. Every time I come out here, he's just sitting in his bowl. I don't know if you can see that. There's his bowl. He just got out of it. He's a bowl sitter. That's so crazy. And this is one of the cleanest little boys I've ever seen. He doesn't poop in his bowl. He doesn't mess in his water. He likes to sit on his little pad. It's a piece of old ceramic tile floor from my kitchen that I had left over. And he doesn't have any poop piles anywhere like all the other ones do. He's really a good boy. And this is Poppy. I love Poppy. Poppy is the daddy of everybody, aren't you, Poppy? Come here. He says, I don't know what that light is. Come here, Poppy. Come here. Come here, Poppy. You want some food, don't you? You want some food, Poppy? And that's his first son. His name is Donnie. These two have names. None of the rest of them do. So, this is 3 feet long. This little, I made this. I'm not really that proud of it, but I did make it. It's one of the very first things I made. I actually originally made it for chickens, so I could have some baby chickens in here. And so that one down there, the one laying down, takes up almost, I don't know if you can see it. It takes up almost, let's see if I can get it. I can't really see those very good because they're yeah, you can't see him. He got up. He was laid down. He took almost that whole length when he was laid down. You can see him from back here. This guy right here, he's real tidy as well. He likes to knock over his water bucket though. So I had to do a little bit of fixing on his water bucket so that it made it to where it's not quite so easy to knock over. Now I have to keep a lot of water in there too because that makes it easier for him to knock it. He doesn't have a name. He's one of the three. This guy's one is about a couple months older. Looks like he's having issues trying to get that big old head in that little bitty feeder bowl, and he's getting some dirt on him. He sure is a good boy, though. They're all really good boys. The bad thing is they pee all over each other. Well, what are you talking about? Oh, it's Josephine. It's Josephine. Somebody must have her spot. She's going to go make sure she gets it. We've got 4 eggs right here. We've got 1 egg right here. We've got 3 eggs down here and a hen on a nest. And we've got Josephine wanting to go where somebody is. Josephine? You mad? Don't go away mad. Just go away, she says. Yeah, don't go away mad. Just go away. And these down here, these are the house chickens. Well, this one's gonna lay. These down here are the house chickens. They don't want to go outside right now. They're just tired. Just tired. Well, now that everybody left him and he's here in peace, he's eating by himself. He waited until they left so that he wouldn't eat in front of them and they wouldn't have any, and he had some. I tell you, that's just a sweetheart. He's got an angel wing. If you notice, his left wing is kind of turned upside down. He was born that way, I guess. I don't know. I think they get too much protein when they're young or something, and their feathers grow faster than they're supposed to, and I think they're a little bit heavier, and so they turn out, and then that's just what happens to them. He was hungry too. Look at him going after that stuff. He was hungry. It's okay. Look at these hairdo. Yeah, I know. He used to be totally white, but on the crown of his head, he had a black spot. And he still has a black spot, but you can't see it because of his white hair. He's got kind of like a comb over. Kind of like, I thought he was like, looked kind of like Bruno Mars there for a while. You can kind of see the gray in the back, but you can't really, he's hiding pretty good, isn't he? He wants to get away from that light. I've got a light on my phone right now. No. Yeah. He's a sweetheart. So you can see where there's one light there, one light there, one light there, and one light down there. So whenever I go under them, oh, this one came on now. I love this. I absolutely love this. There's that one. Ta-da! Now it's bright. Yay! Look how bright it is in here now. You couldn't see anything. Now you can see how bad I need to clean up out here. I've just been tossing things aside, and I'm kind of like, what do you call them? Tasmanian devil in here. You know, I come in here and I'm in a hurry and I got to find something, and I find it, and I'm like a little tornado, and out I go, and it's left for me, because nobody else is going to clean it up. It's left for me to clean it up. Oh, I love all this light. Oh, thank you, God, for such small favors. It makes me so happy.